Oh, do I have any sound? Yes. How's everything looking? Multi-stream. That's muted, that should be fine. Okay. Let me just continue. That sounds fine. Everything's in frame for the moment. Where did it all go wrong? And the list goes on and on. Does this say twinkling? No, it's scales, I think. Oh, I went to infuse. I wanted to reinforce. AR is about 408. Oh. That is you in this stream? Pilgrim Spittoon. What? Back. Oh, fuck me. Oh, this is bad. Really? A giant. Jesus Christ almighty. That didn't work how I wanted it to. Well, we killed one of them. What is happening with the targeting here? Tomorrow you'll be thinking to yourself, where did it all go wrong? But the list goes on and on. It gonna have to be tonight, Pettis. There's moving pieces and such, but I will be playing tonight, for sure. Unless, you know, maybe you won't be playing tonight, I suppose. So, come on. How much health does this guy have? But yes, I will play tonight, absolutely. Possibly this afternoon, too. I just, probably about 2 o'clock or something. Oh, God, I'm this far back. Oh, and I didn't pick up the ashes either. God damn it. They don't respawn? Interesting. Okay. Just lives through my heavy attack. That's always good. Hopefully this giant's aggro range is shit. Come on, Pat. Oh my fuck. What? Okay. Oh my fuck. Oh, 25k. That doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm closer than I usually am. Ugh. Fuck. What? Really, dude? Alright. Jesus, fuck. Oh, and I didn't call the fucking elevator. You cannot iframe smoke. Okay. What? Get the goddamn thing open, dude. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh my god, fuck off. Oh. I did not think I'd one-shot that guy, but we did. Whoa. Only 35 strength, my lord. Strong 24, okay. Probably shouldn't have used more, but level up. Pontiff. I am not doing very much damage. Christ, that went a long ways. Oh, shit. Where the fuck are you going? What the fuck? That was super fucking dumb. The damage is pretty bad. Oops, you're dead. I actually want to go to the bonfire. We will go to Highball Jail. What? What? Can we run, please? Jesus. Oh, didn't see this guy. What was the other sword? I needed chunks, I think. Okay. Wait a second. Oh yeah, it was up here. Oh, I thought this took... okay.
What?
mass of humanity. Woodchuck. Did we have 2 of those that we're just sitting on? Oh, it's a fucking helmet? That's pretty fucking cool. Confused where I was for a second. Catch it better. Oh, really? What fuck? Fuck these dudes. Can I... Okay. Dude, fuck these guys. Although these were the guys in the randomizer that I didn't know where they showed up in the game, so that's interesting. Die. Haha. Put your fucking guard down, you nerd. These guys with these shields are just incredibly fucked. I want to go this way, but this probably leads to certain death. I love swords that have long ass range, but somehow manage to have 0 range. I guess I should have expected it shouldn't have been that easy to kill that guy, but that was a hardcore wasted ember, and that really sucked. Where did all go wrong? This goes on and on. Just because I took off a shield does not mean I want to one-hit my sword.
I'm That's why I've come here, for the Purging Monument. It's where the pygmies have found the Dark Soul. All I can say is...
Oh, you're gonna block it. And it's over for me now. Yeah, for sure. There really is no legitimate, like, trade, like, good trade, like, for strength over, like, health. Just don't never get enough damage to really make it worth it, but I wanted to be able to use this weapon, so here we are. Forgot to check my range. I have the anti-fire one on, and it's not really doing anything for me. It seems like he hits you when you hit him. Fuck off, Gale. Oh god. Artificial helmet. Let's go to Vort. Did Vort not have a bonfire? This sacrifice item bullshit. Okay. Sacrifice item. Let's just do up a bug pellets. Does that just give you souls? Yeah, okay. Oh, really? You take back those memories. What else we got here? Nope. Nope. Boost damage against hollows. Really? Fuck off. I forgot about how many goddamn enemies there were here. Sorry, Emma, but... he must be a lord. Was the move to hit her on, I suppose. That's the fight I don't have really any trouble with. That doesn't make much sense. If you give me a bonfire up here, that'd be lit. Nope, that's fucked. Oh. Wanted to see what weapon we could get from Dancer's Soul. Soothing Sunlight. Dancer's Swords. That's it. Yes. That's why I kept it. I remember now. Dancer's Soul's worthless.
Works very well, didn't he? Farewell, Ashen One.
What does the crystal do? this? There it is. Restores 200 FP but renders the holder vulnerable. Not doing a mage build, so that doesn't help at all. Can I upgrade the Lothric Knight Greatsword? Yes. And if we kill Osiris, we get a lot of hello. If we kill Osiris, we have a lot of dragon scales we can get. Chicks dancing. Ugh. That went well. There's a Titanite shard, huh? They're getting stingy on me. Dude, it actually curses you? The Abyssal Fragment actually cool. Oh my god, what the hell is that? It's the fucking Looking Glass Knight. What the fuck? Putting the fucking Looking Glass Knight in this fucking game. What the fuck? Assuming they didn't change the cutscene. It's a little bit lighter. Oh. I'm not sure about that.
Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself.
Please stop.
My dear little Bossetta.
I think they made him more aggressive, which is weird. Is the charge fun? Okay. Well, on the way there, I don't have to go through as much shit, so I shouldn't curse as easily. Oh my god, this is a long way back. I guess not. It feels like it is, though. Pleased to meet you, say your prayer. There is no way back from hell. But I don't care. He took like 6 fall damage. Stop obscuring my vision. Bram.
Where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid.
Oh my god. I didn't hit him there? Okay. Fuck. I want to kill that Looking Glass Knight, but we need a boon for first. Spirit, what? So you're telling me they're gonna actually switch this shit up on me, and now there's not gonna be any fucking. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but alright. Where are we going? Oh. I definitely don't want to be here right now, but... Oh my god. Dude. Here's an idea. If I stagger him with the sword, I hit them. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Motherfucker. Serpentine battle axe. Actually gonna hit me from there. Holy shit. It's a really holy head ass. Oh fuck. No, fuck you. Jesus. Chicks dancing. We have a lot of souls right now. Consumed Osiris, you can get magic bullshit, Moonlight Greatsword, nothing new it seems. So we can now consume the Consumed King. The fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that thing's gonna slap for sure. I should put it like that. What's its AR now? It's gonna be better than this. This is. Yeah. Dendromite. It's like, yeah, this is the one. Nope, wanted to level up.
Ashen one.
Could give Pontiff one more try now that we've got the riposte ring and a lot more damage. So much more damage. Romancing, cheeks dancing. Hornet. Where's the Hornet ring? There it is. Could probably also take. I don't know if he's considered a hollow, but hollow. God damn it. That's bullshit. What the fuck, dude? Who's gonna step? Maybe a fucking attack I could do something with, you fucking piece of shit. Nope, that ain't it. So bad. About goddamn time, Jesus. I even missed the easy attack. I was probably as bad as I could actually, like, as bad as possible there, so. What the fuck? Fuck 'em. Come on, boo. Give me a kiss. Could I potentially get a fucking bonfire or not? Dragon Rider Halberd. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, it's a Dragon Rider. It's really weird that they didn't put any sound for him. It's like a Dragon Rider mixed with Gundar, and it's really fucking weird. Okay. Haha, senpai. It me now, the Dragon Rider. Oh, that's sweet. I got like no souls for that. What the fuck? Another Outrider Knight. I don't want it. Oh. Oh, just two-shot the piss out of him. That works. I just would like. Oh. A fucking bonfire, dude. Shit. Oh my fucking lord. Just need a fucking bonfire. Oh my lord. It's kind of cool. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hopefully there's a fucking bonfire here. Hope beyond all fucking hope. See what weapons we can get. If there's anything new and exciting. Pontiff already had 2 weapons you could get, so I don't know if they'll add another one. It's a possibility. Soul Wave, Orbs of Judgment. Nope.
Treat the Fire King.
No, I don't think I will. We could do Wyvern. Well, let's take care of Eldritch. And then we gotta go back and kill the Deacons. Ah, fuck. Got a lot of exploring still to do. Kind of did just run past that last area. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Are you imbued? Oh, okay. We're gonna hit me through the wall. Right? Well, this is fun. Tell me if they don't respawn. I didn't know he had a 3-piece. I know now. I got the fucking ledge. Romance and chicks dancing. Not the backstab animation didn't backstab? What? This is gonna kill me. Jesus. Its lock requires shivering key. Ooh. So shivering. Oh, okay. I see. What this? Frigid Valley Mask. Ooh, so frigid. Cactosaurus. Really? As I was opening the gate, dude? Oh, that's a thing? Fuck it's... Hey. Hopefully I don't lose 18k souls. It's just one of these. Devourer of dogs. Come on. Stop teleporting. Life on site. Alright, one more hit. Thank Lord. Romance in 6 days. Be full health, yeah. Abyssal fragment. Do we know what those do yet? Reinforced dark staves, chimes, talismans, and flames to +4. Okay. I got it. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Can we get any cool weapons with Aldrich's shit? We probably need to backtrack. Oh lord, into Pontus boss room. Could be something cool there. What do we got? What do we got? Sort of a vowel. The focus implement.
Well, speak. Verdaneg.
Sweet.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I gotta look back at those infusions. Grants an additional 15 stamina recovery. Soul absorption. Probably rejuvenation. Let's try to big tree jump, I guess. Because I can give Pickle P that thing, majig. Actually, no, I don't have to big tree jump because I have the master key. Handmaiden's ladle. Awesome. And, okay. Apparently they just got rid of the door. About the psychedelic elixir. Yeah, I know. This. Okay. The other way, isn't it? Is it still gonna be the Silver Circuit Ring, or are we actually gonna have some effort? Forgotten key, okay. Dashmaster string. I remember Lobos using this. Okay.
What else?
that. Oh, we should do this for sure. Because I would imagine we are strong enough to handle. Oh, fuck, man. I'm sore. I wonder if there's anything quick I can grab to eat before we start rating players. Wait, this isn't the right way. Hey, must be the bunny. I guess they would be hollow, right? Shorty, little shorty, I know that I can take home. I can take home. One hits. There's still not one hit. It's amazing. Fucking ridiculous. God damn it. Okay. Okay. What? Where? What? God, I fucking hate these big guys. I didn't hit. Jesus. Oh, that guys, these guys don't die. Okay. Fucking enough with the shield. Okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Partial parry, I guess. So that's good. I like the way you rush ahead. I like the stylish clothes you wear. I can see you moving way over there. It's like the Ember gives you way more health. It's crazy. Human dregs. Is he aggro to me? No. Okay. I hate the fucking shield, dude. We're just not gonna do anything. It's annoying as shit. It's one of my fucking souls. Pussy. Periodically. Okay. Periodically become immune to all damage. You know what? That sounds pretty darn good. Ooh, okay. Perfect, actually. Perfect. Alright, we are done with Dark Souls for the moment. We're switching over to rating players. Okay, let's go. I have to open my browser. Go here. Look at my email before I have to get on this. Get window capture up. Really? Annoying. Why is it not recognizing? Oh shit. thank you. Okay. Jesus Christ. Automatic. Jesus, that was a fucking uphill battle. Oh, fuck. Really wish that I was looking through your eyes. I wonder if this, yeah, this is better served up here. Well, we're waiting for him. I'm gonna take a piss.
How are you?
Oh, hello there, Mark.
Oh.
Okay. I have to amend this real quick. What's up?
I don't know. How are y'all?
Y'all are good.
Let me down, y'all.
We ain't trying. We ain't trying out here. Okay, update that. Good. Get off of BRB. My
That's that, it's okay.
it's a what?
Barrett Wallace
Who is Barrett Wallace?
from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh. Okay. Yes, of course. Barrett. I forgot his last name, I guess. Anyway, this is going to be great because the first two people we have to deal with are Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero Jr. I imagine a lot of my discussion about Vlad Guerrero Jr. will revolve around his disgusting weight, but maybe not. Maybe there'll be some bright spots. Will you be drafting Pete Alonso this year, Mark?
If he falls past the first 200 picks, maybe.
If you can get him at a value of $5, perhaps. This is another guy my dad loves. He loves that.
Happy birthday to Annie.
Like the little,
Wherever you are, Annie. Happy birthday.
little orphan?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Chat says to say happy birthday to Annie, so happy birthday, Annie.
Oh. Well, chat. I hope Annie has a good birthday. To Annie Gurr. To Annie Gurr. I like it. All right. So.
For an update of what we're doing, we are ranking hitters currently for our fantasy baseball league. Our league is a little different because we are 8x8. We have more categories than the standard league. So our rankings will not reflect the
Typical
normal 5x5 league.
We tried our best in constructing.
So let's go ahead and.
Sorry, Mark. To try to make it a more even experience than just either just power or just average or just on base percentage or just strikeouts or whatever. To get a more well-rounded view of a hitter, and I think that in these rankings we're looking to do exactly the same thing. Try to get a more of a essence of which players are the most well-rounded and can give you the most in this 8-category league. So, like Mark said, it'll look a little bit different than maybe your league, but I think it's still valuable no matter what league you're in because we're looking through a lot of data that indicates a lot of different things. And things like exit velocity and launch angle can tell you a lot of things about not just about on base percentage or strikeouts or whatever, but about the power numbers as well. So if you're in a regular 5x5, this could still be a useful tool as well. But yeah, I think Mark did a good job summing up what we're doing here today. So I don't know if there's any reason to delay it any longer. Pete Alonso. Dear Lord. Really? All right, Mark, you want to lead us off with batting average?
So Pete had a good first half of 2019. He's fallen off since then, and since then he's looked very pedestrian. Their average is 252, but 2020 was 231. I would expect closer to the 231 or less. He strikes out a lot and doesn't walk a whole lot. And doesn't play in a up. So you don't really have any protection. So I'm expecting about 5 in batting average.
Also worth noting that he did have a 227 expected batting average, so 231 was actually a little bit lucky, which is not something you want to hear. So his batting average is probably within the 2 range, 2-3. You're not expecting very much in way of average. I think that Pete Alonso is a pretty one-dimensional player, so. Are you in agreement with that?
Very much.
So are we thinking a 2 or a 3? The real number is not really as important as much as the essence of what we're trying to get across, I guess, in this instance. But whether he's 225 or 235, it's somewhere in between that 2 to 3 range. But, it's not great, is basically what we're trying to get across, right? I'm going to put a 3 in there just because. Give him a little bit of a help because he's going to need it. So on base percentage here, we got 326 on base percentage real, expected of 372. I'm not exactly sure what about his statistics. He's in the top 62nd percentile for WASH, which is just above average. I'm guessing, yeah, his sprint speed is in the bottom 34%. So I'm not exactly sure why we would think that his on-base percentage would be so much better than we saw. Oh, I'm sorry, that was for all. It was 336 was his projected, so it was about on par. If we're saying that 350 is about an average, then we're looking at a 3 here for on-base percentage. He's also got a pretty high strikeout rate. So all this kind of equates to some issues. Mark Rain, thoughts?
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we're going with 3. Cool. Look at some of these stats for slugging. 525 expected with 559 in reality. Exit velocity is top 73%. Hard hit rate is 61st percentile. Barreling is 84th. Looks like his slugging is above average. Dude, I'm looking at all the wrong numbers. It was actually 490 in 2020, and his expected was 466. It's not 500, which is kind of like our measuring stick of, we're feeling pretty good about your slugging. I think that his speed probably hurts him pretty badly when legging out doubles. But his home run presence is really his claim to fame. So, how do we feel as a number rating for his slugging?
Oh, I think he could pull out a 4 or 5.
4 or 5, that's probably about right. Also note that his launch angle is a 15.5. He averages about a 15. He had a 14.8 in 2019, his big rookie season. So he's pretty consistent there. He's looking for home runs. That's basically the only thing he brings to the table. So
5 is 5 is fine.
yeah,
It's good food, man.
it's you know what, he's right. So he had 16 home runs last season, which puts him probably in the 40 home run threshold. Let's see, he was tied for 7th. I'm sorry. Yes. He was tied for 7th for home runs with Adam Duvall and Teoscar Hernandez and Cole Calhoun, all perennial world beaters at the position. But I think you should expect him to be top of the league in home runs. He's going to definitely bring the homers. So he's definitely I think he's a solid 7 in that regard. Because he could lead the league. He led the league in 2019. But last year he did not, and he was 6 home runs off the lead. But he has light tower power for sure. So I think that's a 7. What do you think?
I think it's a 7 if his average is better. If he's hitting 250, he's hitting 225 or 230, then it's probably a 6.
Well, I tend to agree, but he also hit 230 last year and was still in the top echelon of home runs. Obviously, the more hits you get, or the more you put the ball in play, the better off you are. But I could see a 6-7. That's fine with me. Let's look at his. He had 61 strikeouts and 24 walks. So, like, what, 2.5 strikeouts per walk? But he strikes out a whole lot. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, okay. So the MLB average is 21.8%, and he's striking out 26.2% over his career, so pretty abysmal, although his walk rate is higher than the major league average. It's a little bit above average. but his strikeout rate is pretty bad. I don't know. Does that
Yeah,
put him
I would
in
say 3.
3? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Stolen bases are probably a hard 0, yeah? He's got 2 stolen bases in 2 years,
Mm,
and I'm assuming that probably had something to do with something gimmicky or double steal or... The takeaway is his bottom, what was it, 34% sprint speed isn't exactly getting him any stolen
yeah,
bases.
it's not really his game.
No, I mean, like, I don't know if I was watching Intentional Talk, and they were just talking about how he's like built like a polar bear, and although a polar bear will probably be quite fast, but if you're a human being and you're built like a polar bear, I don't think that's really helping your case for stolen bases. It's helping your case for home runs, though.
Well, 1.
All right, we're giving Pete Alonso a lot of pity numbers here, I think.
Physically incapable. I think Miguel Cabrera is. So
Right, so like Pete Alonso still has like functioning legs, so I suppose he could steal a base.
Miguel Cabrera is so slow that he could get caught at second on a double steal if they threw to third first. They could throw it to third, throw it to second, and then get him out on a double steal.
That's rough.
But Pete Alonso's not that slow.
Let's look at his numbers for runs. He had 103 and then 31. So that would have put him on pace for like 80 last season. So that's a pretty big kind of variance. As you stated, the lineup is not good. I mean, well, they got Lindor at short. That's 2021 lineup. Let's see what they're working with here. Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, Lindor, Conforto, Alonso, Smith, Davis, McCann. I like Dominic Smith some. You may be able to drive him in. I probably like his RBI potential more than I like his run potential. I actually think this is a somewhat okay lineup. J.D. Davis, there's some guys that have some potential, but it needs to kind of be realized.
Nimmo is to be on base a lot. He's a walk machine.
Yeah, 248 average, 372 on base percentage. So
Yeah,
Brandon Nimmo gets a plus in the
He's one of
on
the-
base percentage fucking category.
best walkers in the major leagues.
It looks like
and
Michael
Lindor's
Conforto is kind of close in that regard. He's pretty decent as well. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're
Um,
doing fine.
So what are we saying for if 6 is 100, then are we talking like 4 or 5? He's had 100.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, I think probably 4 because I don't expect him to hit much or walk much.
Okay, I can get behind that. Then RBI is 120 in 2019 and 35 last season. Probably puts him in the 85, between 85 and 100 range. Which is probably like 5. And this is pretty much what I was talking about. But like you said, he's going to have to put the ball in play more for this to be a reality.
Yeah, he can be Chris Davis for stretches. So that's more Chris Davis
Which
than
Chris Davis? Baltimore Chris Davis?
either one. They're both fucking awful.
They both essentially... Well, Chris Davis, the one that was with Oakland, at least hit home runs like over the last 5 years. The one from Baltimore didn't do anything for fucking 5 years. 18, 19, 22, 26, 31. It's kind of amazing. He actually rates out higher than like Lewis Robert. But I would think that in that comparison, he's just better power-wise, I guess. 18, 21, 22, 26. Yeah, it's 31. Which, like,
He's got a better strikeout rate than Lewis Robert.
and walk rate, I think, right?
Can't remember without checking it, but
It's
strikeout rate's better for sure.
Yeah. I think Lewis Robert was like a 1 in that category.
Hmm.
Yeah, he just kind of edges him out in a couple different things. All right. So, who did I say was the next one? It was another one that I thought we'd have some fun with. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Not too excited about this man. We shall see. I need to go here. Vlad. So, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Pete Alonso were rookies in the same season, and Pete Alonso beat Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out. So, I don't know if that means anything, but I guess we'll figure it out. We've got batting average coming up first. I want to go here. In terms of just metrics, exit velocity is top 93%, hard hit 93%, barrel is 56%, bottom 17th percentile for sprint speed. Oof. It may be because he's built like a fucking Mack truck. He hit 262 last season. He was projected or expected to hit 263. So, not a lot of variance there. So we could assume that that's the player that he is, which puts him at a 4, right, between 250 and 265. Although he hits the ball hard as hell. Hard hit percent 50.8%, which put him in the top 7% of league. Other notes: he hits breaking balls exceptionally well. Fastballs are about his average, and off-speed pitches eat his ass. He was 132 against the off-speed pitches last season, but he did do 278 the season before, so I don't know if there's much to read into on that one. Thoughts?
Say he's a very big prospect, and he did get better his rookie season, so I think we can assume some improvement. His strikeout rate went down over 2%, so maybe power is not his problem. So I think probably 270.
So we're putting him in that 5 category? Be a 5. I could definitely see it. He hasn't done it yet, but there's not a lot of time to reference for that.
I mean, again, with a 15% strikeout rate and his power, it seems like he shouldn't have any trouble with 270.
I'm just worried about that sprint speed and his Prince Fielder-esque eating habits. A reporter one time, Prince Fielder's wife, who cheated on him, by the way, made him go vegetarian. And he says, well, if you're going vegetarian, how do you manage to stay so, heavy and stuff? And Prince Fielder said, well, I can still eat cake. So I have a feeling that Vladimir Guerrero partakes in quite a bit of cake. And it also says that he's 250 pounds, and I think that they're being generous. I think he's probably closer to 300. Anyway, I'm just pontificating at this point about this man's weight. His on-base percentage was 329. His expected on-base percentage was 330. So 333. So once again, not really a lot of variance. That's kind of who they expected to be and who he was. His walk percent is right on line with the league average. 8.3% is league average. He was 8.2 last season, 8.7 overall. That's pretty average. His average is pretty average. You'd like to see him around more like a 350 on base percentage. So, I don't know. What are you thinking in terms of a rating?
I think the 336 is probably safe. I assume his average will go up, and his walk rate seems to be trending down. So yeah, probably it will be stable. 336 seems fine to me.
Does that rate him out at a 3 or a 4?
I'll say a 4.
Okay. I think that we might buy into Vladimir Guerrero's potential more than maybe like a Kyle Tucker. I still see people. I read a few articles that were saying that Kyle Tucker, that they're just in love with him, but I don't know what you saw from last season that gives you that impression. They also, and I think the same article had Juan Soto as the 8th best outfielder. So I don't know if they're just doing this. They must just be throwing darts at some like sticky notes or something, because I don't know if they watched Juan Soto play last year, but I think he's the best outfielder in baseball. Probably best hitter in baseball too. But I digress. So now we're getting into probably some more helpful categories for Vlad. He had a 462 slugging last year. He was expected to have a 441. So he did exceed expectations. Let's see. Trying to see where he was at in terms of, let's go to slugging here, in 2020, where he ranked among all batters. Come on. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so he was ranked 60th for slugging between Christian Walker and Kevin Pillar. Donovan Solano. So that's not fantastic. You'd think that his sprint speed is going to hinder him somewhat, but you'd think that the other metrics like exit velocity and hard hit percent would trend in his favor, especially because he does hit the ball so hard. But his launch angle last season was a 4.6. But I don't know. You see people like Juan Soto and stuff; they have pretty low launch angles as well. What are you reading into on his slugging?
Well, Juan Soto's a different animal. I mean, he can hit a line drive over the wall. Not many players can. So, yeah, I think but look, launch angle is kind of hard to do anything with on its own, because you have to sort of do the math, tying that with exit velocity. Again, I think his strikeout rate is trending in the right direction, and he's hitting the ball hard. So I expect the slugging to stay the same or improve. 500 is out of the question.
So, I mean, with the names that I dropped and where he's kind of at, I feel like it's pretty average. It's not really exceptional, especially with his upside being somewhat capped with not having particularly good speed. Do we think that that's like about like what, a 4 or something?
Yeah, 4 sounds fine. I think a 5 is possible, but 4 for now.
He had 9 home runs last season, 15 the season before. I put him in the 20-some. You'd think that he'd be capable of much more than that, but it hasn't happened yet. And based upon his lack of speed and elite average, you're probably gonna need more power for him to be viable on your team.
Well, this is probably where the launch angle causes a problem.
Right.
And he's not hitting any inside the park. So
Not unless someone in the outfield has a triple bypass surgery on the field after actually having the heart attack. So yeah, I mean that's pretty not good. We're talking low 20s. It's like a 3 or 4 for home runs.
I'm going to give him the high side because I think he's got
I mean,
potential to break out.
I would like
So
to
4.
think that he could go nuts, but I could only. You know, it was hard to look at his swing last season because you'd have to see past his entire whole ass body. But you'd like to think that there's gonna be something coming. It almost feels like there almost couldn't not be. Yeah, because he just should be good, but we're seeing pretty much an
Well,
average, and average everything else.
He player was he I can't compare him, but he's basically one dip in his launch angle hitting 50 home runs. So he's just got to sort of figure that out, and if he does, then he's going to go through the roof, but he, like you said, he hasn't so far. 3 or 4, but I would play the high side of that because I think obviously got enough power for 6 or 7 if he gets going.
Yeah, this might be someone
And
that
he's
you
21
want
years
to,
old.
yeah, that you want to pay for, and you might be able to get. I would try to get him more reasonably priced. I don't know exactly what that would be, but if you're able to get him at a reasonably priced, you feel pretty good about it. If you have to pay up for him, I don't know if you feel too good.
I think if you're comparing him to other prospects like Kyle Tucker, he's younger for one, and he's already shown he can hit the ball really hard. He's not striking out very much. 21 years old, that's really, really good. I don't expect a 21-year-old to have a 15% strikeout rate and a hard hit rate of over 50.
Right.
That means he's hitting the ball over 95 miles an hour over 50% of the time and not
good.
striking out, which
I mean,
is pretty bananas.
You definitely like the metrics in terms of what he's doing when he puts bat the ball, other than of course his speed. But yeah, like he's got to convert.
Probably one of the best
power.
hard hit to strikeout ratios in the major leagues. Actually, I can't think of one better. Maybe DJ LeMahieu, but that's really, really good. So anyway, a 4 for home runs is fine.
Okay.
Well, I say motherfucker just like that. That's my thing.
Well, you're not the only one, motherfucker.
Queen Destroyer, welcome to Shield. Hope you enjoy your time. My name is Johnny. Have any questions? Want to chat? I am open to chatting. So, but thanks again for following. Strikeout rate is
Pretty
pretty
well
good.
here. Yeah. It's at least he's young, but it's getting better. So 6.
Yeah, we like it. We feel good about it.
He's not a strikeout machine by any means.
Just imagine, like, what if like you were saying, the trends continue with his eye. and the power comes in, this is gonna. He has the makings of being superstar, but he's kind of got to put it all together. And I would imagine stolen bases
Basic,
is going to be easy.
basically for him, just stop hitting ground balls, and he's good. Don't hit the ball on the ground ever.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's not legging out any infield singles.
His ground ball percentage last year was 54.6, which is 3 above the major league average. So he's got to stop hitting the ball on the ground. That's his problem.
I went ahead and just put one
So-
in for stolen bases because he does have legs. It could happen. It just probably won't.
Sure.
What?
Not a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If
9.
we had a sprint competition between Vladimir Guerrero and me, I'm not saying I'd win, but I'm saying I might give him a run for his money. If as long as it was like 20 feet or something, poop out in like 2 seconds. But, runs, he had 52 in 2019 in 123 games. And he had 34 last season, which puts him probably in the 80 range.
It's probably a 4.
Yeah, his lineup is okay. RBIs I feel a lot better with the likes of George Springer setting the table. You got a lot of young talent there. So I think the RBIs probably tend towards better than runs, but let's see what we say here. 33 RBIs last season, like 90 something. Probably, if he puts it together, towards the 100 mark. So that could be a 4 or 5.
High side of that too.
I would lean to the high side. Wait a second. Actually, that would be 5-6, right? Yeah.
5, 6 what?
100 is a 6. So it would be 5-6, not 4 or
We'll
5.
go low.
Correct about that.
We'll do the low side then.
Okay.
5.
So you were feeling a 5 then, okay. I think he's 33. 9, 13, 17, 23, 24, 28, 33. So, he rates out the exact same as Nolan Arenado. Does Vlad, does he still have third base eligibility? Or is that gone?
I'm not sure. I don't have the rankings pulled up.
Let's see.
Browser's really slow, so trying to minimize
Atlanta,
it
it takes
as much as
grit and
possible.
grits to make business work here. Whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300, our business is to keep business going. Buy online, pick up.
So they're ranking him as a first baseman, so I guess he's probably going to be doing that. I really can't tell based upon what they're showing me. But so you get into this situation where you're like, would you rather have Vladimir Guerrero or Nolan Arenado? And I'd rather say I'm sitting here waiting on Vladimir Guerrero's potential than trying to figure out if Nolan Arenado can hit outside of Colorado. I'd rather go with Guerrero versus Arenado probably, if he has that
Well,
eligibility.
yeah. Arenado has proven for years that he cannot hit outside of Colorado.
Right.
And Vladimir Guerrero, again, the rate is there. All he's got to do is just get the ball in the air, and he is ready to take off.
So the next player on our list is Aaron Judge. It hurt me. We had to skip over Tyler Glasnow because obviously he's a pitcher. So, but I love me some Tyler Glasnow. Even if he gets hit around quite a bit, He's just enjoyable to watch. How many games did Aaron Judge play last year? They don't
Apparently
have,
not enough.
yeah, there's not a lot of information here. He played in 28 games and had 114 plate appearances, 101 ABs. That's not a lot of information. So I don't know what happened last year. It may just be the limited at bats, but he had like really good walk rate, and then it kind of fell off the goddamn earth. His exit velocity was top of the league, and then it fell off the fucking earth again.
I think we can just ignore his 2020 because he was hurt and there wasn't enough data there to really tell us anything.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, I think you can just go back to 2019 with the caveat that he's going to get hurt again.
All right. This is going to take some maneuvering here. His expected batting average was 277 in 2019. Actual was 272, so that's kind of dead nuts where it should be. So, if he's batting in the 270s range, that's a 5. Do we think that he does that in 2021?
Yeah, he can hold on to that.
I think the only question or issue is 28, 102, and 112 games over the last 3 seasons. I mean, he's missing like 60 games.
So this is a player that in the original rankings will get a lot of but when we redo the rankings after, it's not going to look so good because we're going to modify this. So he's going to rate out pretty good. We're going to assume that he's going to play. Then we're going to redo this and he's going to fall in the rankings because of we know he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Because we know that when he's on the field, we know that when he's on the field, he's 6'7", 280, not going to have any problem hitting home runs at Yankee Stadium. Forget it. But it's just his issue is staying on the field.
They have a projection on Baseball Reference, and they project him to have 54 RBIs and 22 home runs, batting 262, while having 400 plate appearances. So
no.
I don't know
No.
what the hell that even is.
They don't know what they're doing.
Very strange. I don't know.
We do.
I'd like to think
Guys.
I know something, but who knows? Anyway, yeah, let's just rate it out based upon what we're seeing. The average is about a 5, right? If 250 to 265 is a 4, you should hit just above that. He had an on-base percentage in 2019 of 381. And expected of was that 401? What did I just do?
The ratings for 2017 through 2019 are very similar for most of his statistics. The strikeouts, the walks, the hard hit, slugging, expected weighted OBA, they don't change a whole lot. So, yeah, pretty much whatever you see from 2019 is fair game.
So what did I say his actual on base percentage was? It was 381. Definitely above average. They expected him to do better. I wonder if he was tanked by his bottom 3% of the league strikeout rate. That probably hurt his on base percentage a bit. Actually, in 2016, he had a 44K percent. Wow, it's just really bad. So the on base percentage is good. It's like 5.6, right? 5.
The strikeout, so 5 is fair.
Yeah. In 2019, he had a slugging of 540. And his projected slugging or expected slugging was 575. So I imagine, once again, the strikeouts are kind of getting in the way of that as well. But that's definitely a positive, a big positive in his game, and that's got to be like a 6, right? Let's look at, well, I can't see. His exit velocity is like tops in the majors.
I mean, so 2017 to 2019, he was top 1% exit velocity.
Right.
So, at Yankee Stadium. So, 6 at least. And that's being conservative.
I'm just, okay, let's look how his numbers, his slugging stacked up in 2019. Was he? I'm not really sure what's going on. Soto, Turner, what the fuck? Was he just not a qualified hitter? Maybe?
Where? When?
In 2019, I'm trying to look up his stats, and I don't think he's considered a qualified hitter because he played in 102 games and had 100. Well, that's. I don't know why I can't find him then.
Yeah, that's not qualified.
How many?
You didn't get to. I think you need to 500 plate appearances or so. And he had 447.
Okay, so let's just kind of eyeball it here. He had 540. 540 put him like top 22. Hard to believe that Yuri Gurriel had a 541 slugging, but that's what's happening in 2019. So it's pretty good. It's like based on those metrics, not the best. We think that probably if he could stay healthy, it would be near the top based on his other metrics, especially his exit velocity, which is bonkers. But we can only really give probably a 6 or a 7. I could be okay with a 7 because, like you said, he's a huge human being and hits the ball super fucking hard. So
We'll do a 6.
okay. Home runs, he would average 45 in a 162 game season, but alas, he will probably not play a 162 game season. He had 52 in 2017, 27-9. Missing in those 27 seasons, I mean, he basically missed 50 and 60 games. So,
Other caveat to this may throw a wrench in our ratings is that as long as he's on the field, he's going to hit home runs. In fantasy, if he gets hurt, you can just put someone else in. Right? So, makes sense? Like,
so are you talking like the marginal cost, like from Aaron Judge to the next player on your bench?
he as long as he's playing, he's going to rate out to 40 to 50 home runs.
Right.
So you're going to get that plus, whoever replaces him. So, 30 home runs. I wouldn't do that normally. It kind of makes sense to just assume about 30 home runs.
Because of the injuries, so are we giving him like a
Him plus whoever you replace him with is
Okay,
going to get you
I
about
see.
30 home runs.
I see. I think this is a case of you like the metrics quite a bit. Well, some of them, but it doesn't really matter because you're losing too much no matter what you do. He's just going to get hurt. But do we say a 5 or 6 for home runs? I mean, we know he's got a lot of power. That's not the question. It's just how many home runs are you going to get?
Yeah, probably 5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole, so I don't give a goddamn. But yeah, 5.
Strikeouts.
he'll probably-
that's a 1.
Probably be off the field. Yeah, that's Lewis Robert territory. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Where is I looking here? Like consistently in the bottom 3% or 5% in the league. He strikes out a lot, is what we're telling you. I mean, if you want to be real nice, because he's hurt all the time, you can give him a 2, but I think it's a 1. I mean, the bright side of things is he's not at the 40% strikeout rate. That's one thing you can take solace in.
He would be
At least not this year.
undraftable at that rate.
Well, Miguel Sano is at that rate. Stolen bases, he has 18 in his career.
1. And he's probably going to have like a leg injury. So,
Yeah. 26.8 sprint speed. Dude, Jed Jerko has a 23.9 sprint speed? Is he out there like in a wheelchair or something? Like, what the fuck? Like Kenny Kawaguchi from Backyard Baseball.
You're the Jerko fan.
Not really. He just played in Milwaukee. Logan Morrison is a 22.3 sprint. I keep on getting distracted by all this. But you gave him a 1. So we're done with.
Should I
stolen
give
bases
him
then.
more?
No, you're good. 23, 75, 77, 128 runs. It's just he when he was on the field for an entire season, the numbers are bonkers, but he's not going to be on field for the entire season. I don't.
Yeah, I think a 4 for runs and RBIs, because if he's on the field, that's they're higher, but
He's not going to be. Yeah, I think that's
Not
fair for
gonna
both,
be.
in both regards.
RBIs maybe 5.
You could put 4 or 5. We've kind of been hedging those a little bit for multiple players, so 32. So like this is like another question. So he grades out about the same as Kyle Tucker, right? Would you rather like overpay for a Kyle Tucker who's going to play, I don't know, 150 games, or would you like underpay for Aaron Judge who's going to play like maybe 100 games?
Probably take Aaron Judge, because again, I can just replace him when he gets hurt. But as long as he's not hurt, he's fine.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Kyle Tucker is probably going to be shit, even though he's healthy. So
coming from the mouth of the man who said, "I'm not touching Aaron Judge with a 10-foot pole." But this is probably, in my approximation, the probably one of the most interesting players. Trent Grisham is our next player, and then after that is a confusing Gleyber Torres, who I'm pretty sure they said they don't even want to start. So, and are trying to trade. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I don't know, they had him slotted in here as projected to start. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Trent Grisham, let's pull out his statistics here. Get rid of that. His defensive numbers look really good. Alright, so batting average, you get 251 last season with an expected batting average of 263. He's got a good walk rate. You probably just assume he's between 250 and 265, I guess. I don't know what to read into from his... You can't really read into past stats, so... He backed 230 with Milwaukee. Oh, he's probably about a 4. But he could possibly be a little bit better than that because he is, or does have, you know, top 96 percentile goddamn speed. His sprint speed is 29.1, so he's not lacking in that
at
department.
250. 250 works.
So 4.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Walk rate is 12.3, 11.7 for his career. It's above the average. He had a 352 on base percentage. Last season, it was projected to be a 355. So dead nuts about, I don't know. It's probably a 4. I mean, because 350 is average, but his walk rate is good. Like, his actual number you get, like the difference between on-base percentage and average is good, but his average is kind of low. So his on-base percentage is kind of affected by that, I guess.
So 4?
Yeah, I think so. Slugging, his real slugging was 456, projected was 481. In 2020, let's see if we can see. He ranked out as number 66 in slugging, so pretty middle of the pack-ish. Probably a 4 or 5. Definitely not bad. He's in the top 76 percentile for expected slugging. Kind of fell below that, though.
That 4 works for me.
Okay.
He's pretty mediocre at most things.
That's not bad, though. Being a 4 across the board is, I mean, what does that get you? That gets you at 32, right? That gets you in decent territory. As long as you're not, like, terrible at something. Home runs, how many did he have last year? He had 10, which probably put him in the 20-something. So, once again, incredibly average. Was that like a 4? 4, borderline 5? He could hit like 27, I think.
4 is fair.
And then I think this is where he's going to look not so great. 26% strikeout rate over his career. 25 last season.
That's about the same as Alonso. So
Yeah, that's 35th percentile. What did we give Alonso? 3? 3 is good. So he just dips a little bit. So let's see. Can 32 still be on the horizon? He had 10 stolen bases last year.
yeah, this is not going to be a problem for him. And San Diego runs like crazy. So
Is that like a 6?
6 at least.
Yeah. He with 6 with maybe even 7 upside. Like we said, he has top-notch speed. So
Yeah. It's until further notice, but I think 7 is definitely on the possible.
So runs, he's got a great lineup. He had 42 runs in 60 games last year. So that's like 100, right? So like a 5 or a 6. and the lineup is just nothing but world beaters. So I'd probably 10's worth of 6. And RBIs, he's hitting atop that lineup. He had 26 last season. That's like 60 or something. That's probably like a 3. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 19, 25, 31, 34. I certainly like him more than Eloy Jimenez, so I think that probably sits about right.
Yeah. I like him. The hitting upside is limited, but it's not terrible.
I mean, he gives you a little bit of everything. You're getting the stolen bases. The average is a little bit underwhelming, but you have decent power for having kind of the other attributes. I like it. He could easily, play up in some areas, right? So.
Who's next?
Gleyber Torres. There's a lot of pitchers getting kind of sprinkled in here, so we're quickly making our way down the 250, top 250. What's your excitement level for Gleyber Torres? As a person who had him last year, mine is low.
Well, probably says something that I had too. My excitement is also low.
I'm gonna go grab some cheese
had-
real quick. I'll be right back. Apologies, I could feel my body needing some fuel.
I'm going to cut my stream because I'm so far behind that I don't think it's useful anymore. So if you're watching me, head on to Hulksmash6969 and follow him if you haven't done so already. But I will keep talking.
Or are you just dropping a bunch of frames?
Well, the web pages are so far behind what I'm saying that it's not making any sense. It's probably like 5 minutes behind. So, and it's starting to cut on and off. So,
Oh. Sorry it's not working out right, but well,
I just have a crappy computer. It's okay.
well,
But let's continue.
it's not crappy. It's just, you know, it's just working hard. So the first thing that pops out for Gleyber Torres, he is a horrific defender. His outs above average are in the second percentile. He basically didn't hurt with their shit last year. And so I can understand why the Yankees are not excited. Batting average was 243. The expected batting average was 243. So I guess this is who this hitter is. Like a 3. 271 over 162 game average, but he's always over achieved in average based upon his expected batting average. He's a 3 or 4. You're groaning. Why are you groaning?
4.
Okay. Do you think that there's still some ability to kind of play up there?
Yeah, his strikeout rate is not that bad. So
Well, from 2019 to 2020, it dropped 4%. But, I mean...
hitting 21's not bad. So
Right, but when
I think he'll be fine.
I don't know, he
He's
was actually
played hurt a lot.
pretty good at times, and last season he was not. I don't know, 4 is good. I could see it. I could see him bat 250. I mean, I don't know if he's going to have any resurgent year at shortstop or second, though. On base percentage.
So his walk rate went up last year. Don't know why.
Significantly. Although it kind of looks like he wasn't that guy before, and he didn't exactly have a good season last season.
Probably pitching around him a lot. Same thing with who did we say? Was it Bryce Harper? Not Bryce Harper. I can't remember.
There's a lot of guys.
Hold on. Yeah, I can't remember who it was exactly, but I mean, doesn't matter. They're probably pitching around him more, and he didn't respond that well. So, trading in home runs for walks, basically.
Yeah. The Yankees
And
don't pay for walks.
that's right. And if I mean, he could turn it around, but if he doesn't adjust, then this is probably what you have. So, I'd take the 350 on base percentage.
He did overachieve with his on base percentage. It was projected with 320, but as you say, they probably adjusted after it, the big season. So that's probably why the uptick in from the expected on base percentage, right? So, yeah, he's probably from now on a more like a 350 on base percentage guy, I guess, which puts him at an average 4. And he's seeing better walks, so I imagine his slugging percentage, his expected slugging was in the 27th percentile. 368 is what he had last season.
That's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. That's like a fucking 2.
Yeah, it may be because he's not hitting the ball. He didn't hit the ball hard last year, so it may be just a case of, wall scraper home runs at Yankee Stadium 2019. I mean, he's never really hit the ball hard, so.
And he's hitting, so sweet spot percent, he's down. Launch angle's down. Exit velocity's down. Barrel percent, he went from 10% barreling to 3.7 last year. Yeah, there's some issues, and I don't think you're going to see the slugging magically come back.
No. So we'll say 2, 3.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. Glaber had a meaty 3 home runs last season after hitting 38 the season before. For all the reasons that we laid out for slugging, I think they kind of and batting average. I don't think they changed for home runs. I can't believe that he would be as bad as he was last year. He did miss some time, so I think he's probably capable of 20 home runs, 20 some. But in Yankee Stadium, what is that, like a 4? I think he could very reasonably do that. Strikeouts. At least there's a bright spot there. He dropped his strikeout percentage by 4%.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a 5.
Good for you, Glaber. You got something that's going right for you. He had a stolen base last season, 12 in his career. 26.4% or 26.4 mile per hour sprint speed. Certainly not exceptional with speed. I think he's young and could get some stolen bases, so he's like a 2, but certainly not his game.
He had 6.51. So, yeah. 2 with an upside of probably 2.
Yeah. Good lineup. He had 96 runs in 2019, 17 last season. I don't know. Season before that, he had 54, but he only played in 123 games. God, how do you project this? I think you just should probably just say like 70 or something. I don't know. It's like a 3 or 4.
Well, it's how you feel about his hitting and his walk rate and his lineup.
His lineup is tumultuous, as is his walk. Well, as is his hitting. I shouldn't say his walk rate. And I just don't know. I think the worst thing the Yankees did is they thought it was so good to get Stanton and Judge, and on paper it is, but they're just hurt all the goddamn time. It's all the goddamn time. 3. I'm standing my ground. Fucking 3 with an upside of more than that, but who could know? How many RBIs did he have last season? I got something in my eye.
16.
Won't fuck off. 16, baby. Ooh. So he would have been like in the 40 territory last season. He played 102 games.
So going back to the wall scraper thing, in his career, he's got 65 home runs and 50 doubles and 1 triple. So in 2019, I think he just maybe got lucky. Just knocked him over the wall at Yankee Stadium. That's all he can do. Like he's not a doubles hitter, he's not a singles hitter. He's either hitting home runs or he's not doing nothing. So
And I don't think you want that at shortstop.
the point is though that he's not going to consistently drive in runs because he's not hitting the ball hard. He's not making solid contact. He's just getting home runs here and there. So he's never going to be a great run producer.
He's batting 6th in that lineup, though, according to this. I just realized that they don't have. Oh, there he is, Stan. Yeah, it's like I don't know, 3-2. I would certainly not bank on it. Yeah, I can't look into a fucking crystal ball and give you these numbers because it's tough with his injuries and his inconsistency, but it doesn't look good. 27. 6, 8, 13, 17, 19, 23, 27.
Pretty bad.
Well, he's got Alberto Mondesi to look down on, so it's fine. Let's
He's actually below Miguel Cabrera.
That's a wow. Oof, wow. Oof, yikes. Wow. That's not good. You hate to see it. You hate to see a 22-year-old kid be worse than someone who's fucking, you blow on him and he fucking turns to dust. But that's what we got right now. And don't get it confused either. I'm not exactly drafting Miguel Cabrera, but
Me either. I don't really expect him to even be a full-time player.
Right.
But I just assumed it was as if he would be.
Ooh, our next player, one of your favorites, Pot Meat Cattell.
Yikes. Yeah, this is not my favorite.
Last season was then you saw his face and then you weren't a believer.
Well, deal with him was he's been in the major leagues a while, and people in Seattle thought that he was just going to be a weak line drive hitter and never be a power hitter, and then he went to Arizona and he had one season where he wasn't that, and then he was that again. So we can start with batting average. I think he, I had a long relationship with Mr. Marte last year, so he's a career 273 hitter. Expected 273 or 282 real average. So I think he proved last year because they started pitching him differently, started pitching him more on the outside, and he swung at it. He made contact, so he can. Still trying to think of who that player was that did this that we've already rated, but he's able to make contact on pitches out of the zone, on less favorable pitches, but it doesn't help him hit home runs. But he can still keep his average up. I think 280 is safe, so that's
Tim Anderson,
the 5, right? Yeah, Tim Anderson.
That's who it was.
Some similar sort of thing.
Yeah, and like 0 walk, like no walks. It was the same type of thing.
Right. Except Marte doesn't strike out, but same sort of approach.
I mean, you can see it too with the other metrics. The barreling is lower 13th percentile. He doesn't get great exit velocity or hard hit percentage, or he doesn't slug at all, and it's just basically putting the ball in play, and sometimes not in the prettiest of ways, and still getting on base. I assume he's a 5, right? Because he's above 265. But not really above like 280, 285.
Yeah, I think he could hit 300 if he gets it going. So a 5 is fair.
On base percentage is not good.
He's not going to walk. That's not his game.
350 was like our average, he's below that, so it has to be like a 3 or a 2. And he's in the bottom 3% in walks, so
I'll give him a 3.
yeah, it's not exciting. Shit. You think by now I could remember the order of the categories? We gotta scroll up every goddamn time. Slugging. Expected slugging was 27th percentile. He had a 409 slugging. Pretty weak. He's not quite Gleyber Torres. His expected was 379, so he played up a little bit. Hot Meat Cattell. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to suggest that he's going to return to 68 extra base hits again. It's just I followed him all year, and it's just not going to happen. So I think the closer to 400 slugging is where he is, because that last year was, take out 2019, he's been a very consistent player. The numbers are very solid, very stable. It just had this burst in 2019 that did not repeat. He just went back to who he used to be. So I'd say between 4 and 440 is where he's going to land.
Yeah, so he was 102nd in slugging last season with the 409 slugging, below Austin Riley. That is a place you don't want to be. So we're talking like 2s, 3s, probably 3, I guess.
I think it's a 2.
Okay, 2. All right.
Because when he's cold, he's doing nothing. There's just nothing there. I mean, it's D Gordon when he's cold.
Once again, I will reiterate, not a place you want to be.
No.
32. He had 2 homers last season after a 32 home run season. The bane of Mark Green's 2020 fantasy baseball existence. He had 14.512. He is not a home run hitter. We're talking like 3, maybe.
I don't even.
2.
I think it's a 2. I think he's. I don't know if he's going to hit 10 home runs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. 2 is.
Because I kept searching for that player here that hit 32 home runs last year. Like, he's going to do it. He's going to break out. He finally, at the end of the season, kind of started, and then he went right back. So, it's a 2 for me.
But
Sorry.
there's hope yet, Cattell, because you don't strike out, and you're like a 7 or 8 in that category. You're in the.
He's an 8 all the way here. Well, I drafted him.
Easy. We don't have to talk about that one anymore. Sprint speed doesn't exactly inspire confidence in any sort of way. He's probably like a 2, maybe a 1. No, he's a 2.
For steals?
Yeah. He had 10 and 11 stolen bases at one point. He had 1 last year, 6, 3, 8 other years. He had
I think a 3.
He had 10 in a year where he batted exceptionally well and had a pretty good on-base percentage. I don't know. You can give him a 3 if you want. That's fine.
So we're giving 2s for players who can do anything on the bases, because most players don't steal at all.
Right.
So
And
that's
he has a little bit more upside, are you saying?
Yeah, Gleyber Torres, Rafael Devers, Nolan Arenado, they're getting 2s
Okay.
and steals. And he's better than that. So I think a 3.
His sprint speed is bad, but I suppose that he could just perchance get more, I suppose. I guess it's not bad.
70th percentile.
It's okay. But like you said, the people who steal are the ones that are exceptionally fast.
Right. Yeah. 70th percentile doesn't mean you can steal a base. It just means you're faster than 70% of the other players.
Which there's Albert
Who might be-
Pujols and Miguel Cabrera in the league.
Yeah. It means 70% of the other players are fucking slow. So, yeah. Doesn't mean you're fast enough
It's-
to
it's-
outrun the catcher throwing the
Yeah,
ball.
it's like if I was in the 100 percentile in the 90 or over wiffle ball league, that's impressive for that context, but not necessarily everything, right? He had 19 runs last. Oh my god, his season last year was fucking abysmal. you're just sitting there like, oh my god, when is it gonna happen? When is he gonna do fucking anything?
And he didn't.
He
It
just straight
happen.
didn't. So I mean, that's like fuck, like 50 some runs. He had 97 in his best year, then 68, 30, 55. Dude, this is below average. It's like a 3.
Yeah.
And then you got to get to RBIs, and it's going to be even worse. 17, 92, 59, 18, 33. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. 17, 34. He's like in the 40 something category. It's even worse than average. It's like a 2. You're you're like reliving it all over you.
It's a 2. I guess he could return to 2019, but I'm not counting on it.
Maybe in a time machine. 12, 20, 23, 26, 28.
How does he get to 28? Jeez.
Well, Gleyber Torres.
One category.
Gleyber Torres was a 28. So, I would probably... I'd take Ketel Marte over Gleyber Torres. I think.
No. I really don't want either one of them.
It's like, would you rather drink human piss or cat piss? Like, take your pick.
It depends on who the human is.
Well, Ketel Marte is like, I don't know, hot lady piss, I guess. Eugenio Suarez. Is that just Eugenio?
Eugenio.
I'm gonna not say his first name. Eugenio?
Eugenio.
Eugenio?
So much emphasis on the A. Not like Eugenio. Eugenio.
Eugenio. It just seems like when you say it, you just like somehow there's like 35 more syllables, and what fuck is going on here? Ooh. Had a really nice 2019, I think, right? And then 2020 was kind of a mess. Yeah. Wonder what happened. Okay. So for average, his expected batting average was in the 15th percentile. He hit 202. But he has been in the league for some time. 271, 283, 260, 248, 280, 242. By no stretch of the imagination, an average hitter. I could see him hit 250 though. I think that's the 250 to 265 range is probably safe.
His career's 261.
Yeah. I don't
So,
think
yeah.
we see him hit 202 again.
Mm,
So that lands him at a
no.
nice comfy 4.
No. Last year was an outlier for his average. So I'd go toward like 240, maybe.
You think he's going to hit 240?
I mean, he's a career 261 hitter, so yeah, I mean, it's going to come back up.
Yeah, I was thinking that he was going to hit around 250.
Okay, well, I can do that too.
Yeah, I thought he'd right the
It's
ship
about-
more than what you think he would. It's a 3 or 4. It's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I'll take 3 because I don't think he's going to ride the ship that much.
Okay, the ship is unrighted. On base percentage, he had a 312, and his expected was 328. He walks quite a bit,
Pretty bad.
but the overall, I mean, the average just sinks him like a fucking. It's a 3, right? Because it's less than average, but not like horrifically less than average, I guess.
Yeah, his walk rate's not that bad. So I'd expect it to bump up some when his average goes back up. I mean, he's a career 342, so
It's between the
yeah,
3 and the
3.
4. Yeah.
Not an exciting player.
Not in those regards, no. So what is it? Slugging? Is slugging next? I can never remember.
It's fine.
470 last year. His expected slugging was 475. His career slugging is 473. So his slugging has been pretty good. It looks like it's mostly in his home runs, though, because he doesn't really double all that much. Best season was 25. He's around the mid-20 areas with doubles. That could be due to a lack of sprint speed. Pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his exit velocity is not uninspired. His hard hit percentage is okay to good, and his barrel percentage is very good. I don't know. I mean, like, is it like a 5?
Yeah. I mean, so 2018 to 2019 seemed to be breakout years for him. So, you know, maybe we can just say 2020 was an outlier. 5 is okay.
Yeah.
Home runs, I'd say 30. Easy. I don't think he's going to have any problem with that.
So we're talking like 5, 6.
Out of 5 or 6.
I guess let's do 5. I was gonna say I could probably see him hitting high mid 30s, but he's kind of like, you know, we were just talking about Ketel Marte. You couldn't have gotten a more like opposite type of player, where Ketel Marte is trying to put everything in play, and it seems like Suarez is just trying to barrel everything and hit it as far as he can.
Mm-hmm.
But no doubles like whatsoever. I mean, if you look at his, we've already talked about how bad the spray chart is on this website, but like, he has doubles that are on this chart out of the stadium, but you can actually count them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the spray chart. He had 8 last season. I don't know. It's weird. He's a kind of a weird player for me. His strikeout rate 29, pretty high. It's a 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's an outlier, but not by much. So I'd say a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like very. This is like a player who's not very fun to look at. He's on the same level as all those other guys we're talking about. 2 for stolen bases. Has legs, can run. Had 11 one season, but maybe that was because he was hitting 21 home runs and 70 RBIs and batting 248, so he had to do something to make himself look a little bit sexier. Runs, he had 29, 87, 79, 87, 78. Never was really an elite scorer in the first place. His pretty much
same deal as Torres.
Yeah, floated around like the 75, 80. So what does that put him? Does that put him 3 or 4?
I'd say a 3. I think he's, again, I think it's the same thing as Torres. It's the same type of player. Had a terrible 2020 as a home run hitter in a hitter's park, not a doubles hitter. It's not fast. So, I mean, yeah, 3.
Gosh, that's good for me. Despite all of his woes, he did have 38 RBIs last season. Maybe because it's just Joey Votto never actually swinging a bat, and just getting on base. But I mean, that's like essentially 100 RBIs. So I think like even on accident, he's like a 5.6 for RBIs. Somehow. So we got 6, 11, 16, 19, 21, 26, 29. And once again, you ask yourself how. I think in terms of like fun, wait, let me recount this. 6, 11, 16, 19, 21, 24, 29. Yeah. I think like in terms of fundamentals, he's just not a very fundamentally great baseball player. But
I think what's happening is that we are filtering out the 5x5 players. And once we get down the list, we're going to find some players that are going to leap up, like David Fletcher. And these players are fine for 5x5, but not in our league. So
I think they make those leaps due to the fact that they're very good at very not sexy
Right.
categories like OBP and batting average. At this point, I think batting average is just kind of like who cares anymore type of territory. So, all right, next one. Michael Conforto. I feel like Michael Conforto was always the, okay, when's it going to happen? And I think it kind of happened a little bit last year, but... it's another guy who's got a lot of not overwhelming metrics at first look. His spray chart, he hits it all over the field. He's not afraid to go opposite field, so that looks good. He hit 322 last season. He was expected to hit 284. Had a lower walk rate than previous seasons. Pretty much average strikeout rate. Sprint speed is uninspired. So it would seem as if he got a little bit lucky. But yeah, what do you think? I would think he's probably more towards the 5 territory than a 6.
yeah, I mean, it's 259 hitter. So
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But so the question is, was last season a breakout? And the thing that we see that's a significant change is he's walking significantly less. So is he changing his approach and that's helping his average? Is he just slapping balls, into play? His launch angle is kind of all over the place, too. In 2019, he had 16 degree, and then he has an 11 2020.
yeah, we'll keep in mind that 2020 was not a full season. So
You're just saying that he would have come back to Earth at some point? That's a
yeah,
good point.
yeah, only played for 2 months. So yeah,
It was enough to get Tatis a 14-year fucking deal, so...
yeah, I'll take Tatis though.
But when you
So
watch
yeah, I'll
Michael
take the 6
Jordan-
years over 2 months.
When you watch Michael Jordan slam dunk, there's just, when you see it, you know it. Yeah, so are we saying he's more of a 260 hitter?
Yeah,
All right, 4. Easy 4. Here, Mark doesn't buy into the hype, dude. You don't get hype here, bro.
No, there's none.
But he was always good at walking. 412 on base percentage. Real and weighted OPA was 359. So he was a lot better than expected. His on base percentage is 350 throughout his career, so more or less average. And if you expect him to be who he was, like who he always was, then I mean he's average. So 4.
Yeah, so 4.
Slugging, he had average lifetime of 484, and he hit 515. His expected slugging was 475, which was pretty much in line with his career average. That's a little bit above average, like a 5. Despite the fact that his average was not great in previous seasons, he had 29, 25 doubles, 33, 28 home runs. So he's got some good power, relatively good power.
Yeah, he's a lock for 25 home runs.
So that's, I mean, that's once again average, like a 4 or 5. He hit 30 before, so that's kind of more in like he's worked his way up to 5, 6, so 4. But I would say probably safer to go into the 5 range for homers.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of interested. Last season he hit pretty good against lefties. I'm going to just go ahead and assume over his career that is not the case. Let's just check on that real quick. Home, away. At home, he hits a lot of bullshit stats. 261 away, 258. Against left-handed pitching, he bats 232. Yeah, he bat like 300 last year. So, I'm assuming the problem with this player is going to be that he's going to be mostly unplayable against left-handed pitching. Which is a problem when he's rated within our top 43 players. So, yeah. Anyway. StatCast. Strikeout. Bottom 38%. Struck out 24.5% of the time. He's above the major league average. So he's like a 3 on strikeouts. Any objection?
No, sir.
No, sir. Oh, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like.
I mean, no, ma'am. Sorry.
Oh, I like to hear that a
Yeah.
little bit better.
So, yeah. So the steals look like he's gotten at least 2 steals 5 years in a row. So it's a 2.
Damn, Michael, you're doing things out here, buddy. I think I just tried to say buddy and brother in the same thing, and it came out as butter.
Works.
No, I think my brain is at half staff. He had 40 runs last season and 90 the season before. 78, 72. He's probably around that 4 range, between 80. So that's pretty good.
I think he's going to get about probably 100 RBIs too. Even though he never has. Maybe 90. Never mind.
31, 92, 82. I mean, he was on track for about 80 something. So, once again, probably in that 4 range, right?
That's a nice line.
Yeah. Was that 8, 13, 18, 21, 23, 27, 31? Somehow, Michael Conforto grades below Aaron Judge and Kyle Tucker, but I think...
Well, he seems he seems clearly better than Eugenio Suarez. Like, no doubt.
Right. Right.
I guess if you're in a league that weights home runs more than Suarez, but I mean, he's a much better baseball player.
And the average and on base percentage are basically what just chucked him up above him. Suarez has, like you said, the power. Just make sure to get this all. And then there's Alberto Mondesi, who just does nothing. Like, I think, like, literally he just does nothing. You can look at the metrics.
He's probably going to bat like 330 this year, and just like
If he
No,
bats
still.
330, I'm gonna set my fucking computer on fire, and I'm gonna take
bat
take this fucking spreadsheet down with me.
he'll steal about 113 bases.
God damn, he's
And,
every year. Nick Castellanos.
We'll do one more.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Apparently, is Nick not his real name?
Yeah, it's Nicholas.
Oh, maybe.
What?
I don't know, because I was trying to look him up on Baseball Reference, and they were like, yeah, we don't know who that is, dude. It's because they have him under Nicholas. When everybody in the entire world knows him as Nick. All right. He's got a lot of red. Okay.
Yeah, well, we need to keep the splits in mind from last year because he felt like he had a good start, even though August looks bad. But I think he had a really good start, and then he trailed off a lot.
And you'd think coming from, well, he was with Chicago, I guess, for a short time. But coming to Cincinnati would have been a pretty big boon to his production, which we did not necessarily see. He is a lifetime 275 hitter, though.
Yeah. He's a big-time doubles hitter.
That one season he had
58.
58. Yeah. So the slugging is going to look pretty sexy, and actually his projected slugging or expected slugging, if you look from 2016 to 2020, is all in red for being in the top 10% of the league. So anyway, I think he's a 5.
For batting average?
Yeah, he's a career 275 hitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think last year, we kind of considered it kind of a weird blip. I wonder if he was trying to adjust to the new park. Base percentage, our boy had 298 last season.
He whiz.
With a projected 356. So
Yeah, he doesn't walk.
his
His
career
career is
324, so
324.
he's consistently bad.
That's probably a 2.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to see is Castellanos overall has a lot of good things, but a lot of bad things too. But there are very few players who are well-rounded. Everybody has an Achilles heel, right? So like his
Well, there's nobody well-rounded at this point. They're gone.
right, yeah. I mean, so they're probably the first 5 picks. That's why just like a general pick draft is kind of stupid. Because if you're in a 12-team league, you see that there are 5 people that we've rated above 50 points here. Now, it could be different for a 5 by 5, but still. Slugging is his absolute best. I mean, 486 slugging, was projected for 542. His 472 lifetime average is pretty good. I mean, that's like 5 or 6.
That's a
Five.
4.
Well, 4 is 450. And that's kind of what we've been judging it.
Okay, yeah. It's 5. It's fine.
Homers. Not a lot of homers, actually. He had 27, 23, 26, 14. Actually, 14 last season. But has never actually broken 30 in a full season.
Yeah. That's probably a 3.
Do you think he's a 3?
Yeah.
He could have had like 28 home runs last season. So that's like
He hit a lot of those. Hit a lot of those early. But he's never hit 28. So
he's hit 27. So I mean that would be like 4 territory, right? I think.
Okay.
Who else do we have at 4s here for homers? Gleyber Torres,
Torres.
Bo Bichette, Rafael
Bichette,
Devers.
yeah.
I think he'll hit as many as those guys, right?
Yeah.
Fucking hopefully. K percentage, he's a lifetime 23. Last season he was 29. So I think we know where some of the batting average went to. It went into the catcher's glove. So I mean, he's like anywhere between like a 3 and a 2. If he, I mean, his lifetime average is just a touch over the MLB average, but last season was abysmal.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, at least wrap the text. Come on now.
Okay.
Stolen bases. Has not stolen a base in the National League. Has 11 in 8 years.
He's not slow.
Is he not?
Oh.
His sprint speed isn't. Yeah, you're right.
That's a 1.
yeah. You got 11 stolen bases in 8 years. I don't know if he knows this, but he plays 162 games a season, so it's a lot of opportunities. Runs, his average is 76. He had 37 last year, which would have been pretty good. He had 100 in the year previous, 88, 73, 54. He could probably do anywhere between like 75 to 90.
That's a 4.
I think it's a 5. Because 100 is 6. If he does between 85 and 100, it's a 5. If it's between like 70 and 85, it's a 4. And RBI numbers, 34 last season. He had 73 season 4, 89, 101, 58, 73, 66. Oh, God. 84 average. His hard hit percentage is pretty good. His exit velocity is pretty good. What do we think about this lineup there? What did
I haven't even looked at it.
I think they got Castellanos and Moustakas, and they got the guy that they got from Shogo Ikeyama.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's Ikeyama, Castellanos, Votto, Suarez, Moustakas, Winker, Farmer, Barnhart.
Thanks.
Not a lot of high average hitters in that.
No.
They project Castellanos to have 87 RBIs, but as we always say, those are fake numbers. And just because they're fake numbers that try to give him a 5, let's give him a 4.
Okay.
10, 13, 17, 22, 27, 29. he and Unahino, whatever the fuck his name is, they're in the Cincinnati Reds 29 club.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the players down the list that make it into the higher rankings.
Yeah, I think so. What do we think is like a good rating? Like, where do you want to be? Do you want to be drafting people who are 25 and above? Or
I don't know yet. I've never done this, but I think
I mean, because
at least
ultimately,
probably
you'll be,
30.
You'll be really happy, I think, with Nick Castellanos.
I think probably anybody below 30 is going to be on the free agent pool for me. So
I could easily see like a Michael Conforto on it, though, too.
yeah.
But, I mean, note that we have 44 players done.
And and also middle relievers are going to take up a lot of oxygen in this league. So a lot of these players won't even make a roster.
But, I mean, people are going to have, at the minimum, 13 offensive players on their roster. So there's no way you get nothing but 30s unless there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for, quality, kind of in the lower part of our rankings here that kind of rise to the top.
I think there will be.
It's very possible. Next player we got is Luke Voigt on the list. So there's still
It's exciting.
Randy Arena, still very rosterable. I mean, there's a lot of good players here.
Wait, I think led the major leagues in home runs, didn't he?
Luke Voigt, yep.
So
So yeah, he's pretty good.
we've also got Real Muto. Baez, I don't know why Baez is in the top anything. Good God.
RBI.
Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon could be very valuable.
See,
At least at home.
here's the problem for me. Teoscar Hernandez, you love to pick him up off that free agent wire. I don't know if I'd love to draft him.
Yeah, he's a killer. As far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's one of those that we're gonna look at the expecteds and the metrics, and they're just through the roof. I mean, he's as good as any player in baseball last year. So it's just a question of whether he could do it again.
Yeah,
and I think he can.
Unfortunately, that was the Kettle Marte mindset for you last year too, right?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I mean, Teoscar has a ridiculous exit velocity though, so and he was stable all year. So
don't we get into these gross DHs? I mean, like, yeah, JD Martinez is good. He wasn't very good last year. Alvarez could be good, and then Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz is like rain in Seattle, is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's coming. Like you don't have to be worried about
Seattle. He's not in Seattle anymore. He's in Minnesota.
Right. I said it's like rain in Seattle.
Oh, I thought you meant he was going to reign in Seattle like a king. I was like,
No.
okay.
Well, you're not the only one, motherfucker.
Like he's going into the Mariners Hall of Fame or something. They're going to give him a crown and a throne.
OG Killer Boy, welcome to Shield. Really appreciate the follow. No, it's just like it's as certain as rain. I should have said as certain as rain in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of these players closer to the bottom, and it's pretty stacked. Like Jorge Soler, Ian Happ, Miguel Sano.
I'm not getting no Miguel. Ian Happ, possibly. No Miguel Sano.
Ramon Laureano. Well, I think they're going to play way, way, way above their rankings for our league.
Who are?
Like Ian Happ.
Yeah. Ian Happ would be great. I love Ramon Laureano.
Tommy Edman. Jorge Soler. Jorge Soler's a killer.
Give me 1 second. I have to just run outside real quick. My mom wants me to get the mail. But hold thoughts. I'll be right back. Ugh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so here's my perfect world, okay? You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, I draft Ramon Laureano, okay? He bets 275, on base percentage about 350. He cuts down on his strikeouts, gets about 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases. That's pretty much like my perfect territory, you know, like probably like 80 some runs, 70 some RBIs. This is the player I want. We like that player a whole lot, but Laureano was not that player last year. So
Yeah, there are, and like Dansby Swanson is down close to 100, and there are tons and tons of players that are below 100 on the ESPN rankings that will be really good. Like Brandon Nimmo, his on base percentage is going to be through the roof. It's going to be really good for us. So, yeah, it's going to get interesting as we go through.
and Brandon Nimmo was a perennial waiver wire staple last season.
Right.
But
I'll let you get back to your real life. So,
how many players did we get done today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. It's pretty good.
yeah,
It does become quite a slog, though. You can feel your attention just kind of slowly.
it'll
dying out.
get better as we go, because it's going to get more interesting.
Right. I mean, like some of these guys, it's not interesting to talk about Gleyber Torres.
Right.
Or we
But-
did Pete Alonso
but-
too. I think we may have done 10 today. I think I missed that.
But Nick Madrigal, that's going to be fun.
Oh baby, Nick Madrigal gets me all hot and bothered in a funny place.
Watch him get that 45.
I think
Maybe not 45.
I think that his power numbers will lack that 40-point upside, but I will
Possibly.
reserve my evaluation until time comes.
Okay.
All
I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, but
Bye.
all right, boys and girls. Thanks for hanging in there with me. We've been almost live for 4 hours. We've been putting in some work. I might just go play